Hello and welcome back to Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium. Fall ball, softball, one more time from Ann Arbor, Michigan in Bowling Green, getting set to go. Thanks for joining me, Alex Miller. Happy to be here on a lightly chilly but very lovely Wednesday evening. Starting lineups being announced both ways. Bowling Green, of course, will bat first. They're ordering this one. They'll send 9 up to the dish. We should play 9 or 10 innings, I'm being told. It'll be Hannah Simcoe, the center fielder, leading off. Peyton Steffes batting second, playing right field. Taylor Barrett, the first baseman, third. Hannah Hunt cleans up, plays second base. Cameron Kaufman, the shortstop, fifth. Addie Martin, the third baseman, sixth. Lexi Nolan, the designated player, 7. Quinn Rivas, the catcher, 8. Kendall Matthews is in left field, batting 9. Mackenzie Krafsick will be in the circle for Bowling Green. Defensively for Michigan in the outfield, left to right, Ella Stevenson, Janisa Conway, Cece Thorington in this one. In the infield, left to right, Maddie Erickson, the hot corner, Avery Fantucci and Kylie Carr up the middle. Maddie Ramey plays first. Lily Valamont is the backstop, and she's in the battery with Kat Myers. We'll be underway momentarily. For Michigan, one final practice run in the fall, and this is a Bowling Green group that's hoping to ascend. They've been a bottom feeder team in the MAC the last couple of years. This past year was their best season in a couple of years. It was their first under new head coach Michelle Gardner. Some of you might know her as Michelle Bolster. Played here in Ann Arbor for Carol Hutchins, was a graduate in 1989, played with Bonnie Thole, was Big Ten Player of the Year. During her time in the circle as a Wolverine, she's the new head honcho for Bowling Green. And in her first year last year, Bowling Green went 16-37, 7-19 in the MAC. If you can believe it, both of those totals better than the prior 2 seasons combined. Bowling Green went 6-38 in 2024, 3-23 in the MAC, 9-41, 2-28 in the MAC in 2023. So a little bit of growth this past year for Michelle Gardner. They'll look for more with this upcoming 2026 season. And for Michigan, a couple of younger options open this starting lineup. Cece Thorington in right field, Kylie Carr at second base. Otherwise, the veterans probably who you expect to start in these spots. And of course, Kat Myers in the circle. I talked about this at length last time I was on the air for fall ball. This pitching staff going to be the question mark for this Michigan squad. The offense returns a ton of talent. Who pitches for this team behind Aaron Hain? You've got the transfer Gabby Ellis from Mercer. Kat Myers, certainly a young option that flashed a bit as a freshman this past year. Myers will see Hannah Simcoe first. Simcoe back in her home state. Canton, Michigan native, high school at Plymouth High School. She's in the left-handed batter's box. Myers raises the arms and deals the first pitch. And it is ball 1, down and away. First pitch, 6:01 p.m. Slightly chilly, no breeze. Sun beginning to set behind home plate, third base side. It's 1-0 to Simcoe. Myers set on her right hip, raises the hands, and rocks the 1-0. That's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes on Hannah Simcoe. High school, as I said, Plymouth High School, not too far from here. Set the school record 207 career hits in Plymouth. 2-0, Myers, here's the pitch. Went off speed but missed up and away. 3-0 to Simcoe. Myers is set, corners pinched in against Simcoe. The 3-0, called strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Really the whole infield and outfield shallow against the left-hander hitting Simcoe. The 3-1 is up and away. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Hannah Simcoe. The freshman is aboard. That'll bring up Peyton Steffes. Steffes, another Michigan native at the top of this BG order. Native of Rockford, Michigan, was one of 3 Falcons to start all 52 games last year. First pitch to her, lays down a bunt. Erickson on the charge from third. She'll fire to first, and called safe is Steffes. Kylie Carr, the second baseman, swung over to cover nicely as you draw it up with Maddie Ramey, the first baseman, encroaching for that bunt. Bang, bang play at first. Carr was at the bag. Steffes beat it out. That'll bring up Taylor Barrett. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Barron. She showed bunt, pulled it back, called a strike, 0-1. Michigan played a fall ball game yesterday against Western Michigan, won 11-3. Offense has been explosive in the fall. 2 on for Taylor Barron. An 0-1 count. Kat Myers, right foot on the rubber, deals the 0-1 pitch. Bunt shown again and grazed the bat of Barron. It's 0-2. Ball hopped into the catching spot of Lily Valamont. It's 0-2. Barron's a third straight Michigan native at the top of this BG order, native of Walled Lake, Michigan. High school at Walled Lake Northern. The 0-2 bounces in. Good block by Valamont. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Barron. Last year started 28 times for Bowling Green, only hit a .185. Excuse me, that was back in 2024. This past year, she hit .303 in a big breakout year. The 1-2, up and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barrett walked more than she struck out this past year. 2 on, nobody gone, and a 2-2 count to the 3-hitter Barrett, who's deep in the right-handed box. Here's the pitch from Kat Myers. It's fouled off behind home plate. Barrett was out in front of an off-speed pitch. Just able to stay alive. Top of the first inning, no score. Foul ball action, Bowling Green and Michigan. Myers checks the wristband. 2 on. Here's another 2-2, and it is outside. 3-2 to Taylor Barrett, who takes a practice cut, looks down to the third base coaching box at Michelle Gardner. Now Barrett taps the far side of the plate, twirls the bat up, and digs in. Her right back foot is on the chalk in the right-handed batter's box. It's 3-2, 2 runners aboard. The payoff is a called strike 3. Myers paints the inside edge. Barrett down looking. One away, still 2 runners aboard. That'll bring up Hannah Hunt. Senior was fabulous for Bowling Green last year. Hit .366. She's a right-handed hitter. First pitch to her, wave and a miss. Nice spot down and away there from Kat Myers. 0-1 to Hunt. Another Falcon that started all 52, just one of 3 players to do that last season. Myers raises the arms, the 0-1. Called strike, outside edge. Myers quickly ahead, 0-2. Simcoe had a leadoff walk, then a bunt single for Steffes. That put 2 on, and the strikeout of Taylor Barrett. Now it's 0-2 on the cleanup hitter, Hannah Hunt. Myers, the right foot, third base side of the rubber. Raised the arms, 0-2 pitch. Well away, Valamont had to extend and backhand that ball. It was in the left-handed batter's box. 1-2 on Hunt. Lightly staggered stance for Hannah Hunt in the third base side in the right-handed batter's box. That foot up the third base side. Here's the 1-2. Up with a rise ball. No chase from Hunt. It's 2-2. Top of the first inning, no score. 2 runners on, 1 down. Pair of balls, pair of strikes on Hunt. Myers comes set. 2-2 delivery. Did she go? Yes, she did. The home plate umpire makes the call. It's a pitch low from Myers, and Hunt offered at it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kat Myers after the first 2 hitters reached. That'll bring up the shortstop, Cameron Kaufman. 2 on and 2 gone. Top of the first, no score. Kaufman in the right-handed batter's box. Stands tall there. First pitch to her. Big swing and a miss. Pitch at the knees, 0-1. Cameron Kaufman, junior from Sandusky, Ohio. Here's the 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kaufman hit .274 this past season. 9 doubles and a home run to her tally. 1 ball and 1 strike. She raises a blue-barreled bat behind her helmet. 1-1 from Myers. Wave and a miss. Drop ball. Pulled the string, and it's 1-2. Bowling Green wearing brown tops, white bottoms, orange accent, white numbers and letters, white caps. At least helmet-wise. Orange visors on defense. The 1-2 on the ground up the middle. Fantucci to the second base bag to pick it up and step on it for out number 3. First 2 reached. Next 3 retired by Cat Myers. Bowling Green threatens, does no damage in the top of the first. Wolverines will bat for the first time in the bottom of the first. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Michigan's batting order in this one. Kylie Carr, the freshman from Allen Park, leads off. CeCe Thorington, another young player, a sophomore, hits second. Denisa Conway third. Erin Hain, one of 2 designated players for Michigan, hits fourth. Lauren Putsch, the other designated player, hits fifth. Lily Valamont sixth. Ella Stevenson 7. Maddie Erickson 8. Maddie Ramey 9. Avery Fantucci 10. On the other side of the ball for Bowling Green, left to right in the outfield, Kendall Matthews, Hannah Simcoe, Peyton Steffes. In the infield, left to right, Addie Martin, Cameron Kaufman, Hannah Hunt, Taylor Barrett. Quinn Rivas, the catcher for Mackenzie Krafsick. The righty starts for Bowling Green. Coming off an interesting year, Krafsick is. She had a 4.09 ERA and 113 innings of work. Not a terrible number, but opponents hit .325 off of her. She walked 41 hitters to 37 strikeouts. She also hit 11 batters. So this is a pitcher that the Wolverines can get some swings off of. Kylie Carr leads off, rocking the number 1 that formerly belonged to Ellie Sieler. Corner infield pinched in for Bowling Green. First pitch from Krafsick is just into Carr, 1-0. Michigan, all blue uniforms, maize numbers and letters. Carr is pretty well up in the left-handed batter's box. Her back foot in the middle of the plate, the 1-0. She swings, fouls it off the net third base side. This is not a pitcher, Krafsick, that's going to blow you away with velocity. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kylie Carr, bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Carr hits a high chopper on the charge of the second baseman. Hunt plays a short hop, fires to first, 1 down. Nice play by Hannah Hunt. Nearly got eaten up by a high chop, but able to play a short hop. That'll bring up CeCe Thorington. Thorington playing right field in this one. Another left-handed hitter. First pitch to her from Krafsick. Down and in, ball 1. Thorington hit .368 last year, 7 for 19. Very limited sample size. Somebody you might see more of this season. The 1-0. She showed bunt. Pulled it back, called strike. Ball and a strike on Thorington. Corner infield, Martin and Barrett. Few steps in front of the baseline. Middle infield, Hunt and Kaufman back. They come in a little bit as the pitch is thrown. The 1-1. Thorington dribbles it off her own foot. Foul ball. 1-2 now on CeCe Thorington. native of Pinckney, Michigan. An elite speed threat. That was her role last season, often a pinch runner. But when this bat had an opportunity, it shined. The 1-2. She takes away. Close pitch. 2-2. Bottom of the first inning. No score between Bowling Green and Michigan. Final fall ball game for the Michigan Wolverines. Kravsick checks the wristband, comes set just above her right knee, rocks and deals 2-2. Off-speed pitch rolled back to Kravsick in the circle. She fires over to first to Barrett. 2 gone. Just a soft dribbler tapped off the bat of Thorington. 1-3 put out. Now Janisa Conway. Monster sophomore year last year for Janisa Conway. Hit .379, 13 doubles, 18 home runs. Here's the first pitch to her. Called strike. Huge power potential in this bat. When you consider this Michigan offense at large, there's just so many pieces to be optimistic about going into this 26th season. The 0-1 rolled foul. Conway has made a leap and could leap more. Again, only going to be a junior. Same with Ella Stevenson. Lily Valamont, redshirt junior now. And, of course, Lauren Putz, huge freshman season a year ago. Maddie Erickson, if she could get back to what she did 2 years ago. Former All-Big Ten first-team performer. Maddie Ramey, his homer the last 2 fall ball games. The 0-2 to Conway. Change up away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a lot to like in what will be a deep Michigan batting order this season. 1-2 on Conway. Here's the pitch from Kravsick. Just outside. About belt high, a little away. 2-2 to the Olivehurst, California native Conway. 2 away, bottom of the first, no score. Kravsick rocks and fires. Change up low, 3-2. A patient Janisa Conway in her first plate appearance. Aaron Hain on deck for Michigan if Conway can reach. Conway hands it around head high, bat behind the shoulder. The 3-2 is down and away. 3 close misses in a row for Mackenzie Kravsick, clearly staying away from Janisa Conway. 2-out walk issue. That'll bring up Aaron Hain. Hain likely to be the best starter, the Friday option in the circle for Michigan. First pitch to her. Conway started a second, didn't go, called strike. This bat has flashed at times. Only 2 for 9 last season. Had a home run. The prior year saw a little bit more extended time as that designated player. The 0-1. She swings and lifts this to right. Steffes heads toward the foul line a few steps to her left. Hauls in. Relatively soft but fairly deep fly ball off the bat of Aaron Hain. 4 up, 3 down. A walk for Conway mixed in. No damage done either way after 1. We head to the second on WCBN Sports. Kat Myers back in the circle for the top of the second inning for Michigan. Myers issued a leadoff walk in the first, then Peyton Steffes had a bunt single down the third base line. Maddie Erickson just couldn't throw her out at first, but then Myers bounced right back, a pair of strikeouts, and then a ground out. She'll see 6, 7, and 8 here of the BG lineup. Addie Martin, Lexi Nolan, Quinn Rivas. Addie Martin, redshirt sophomore from Dover, Ohio. Strong year last year. Hit .338, 6 doubles, 3 triples, 13 home runs. First pitch to her. Just outside for ball one. Martin, the third player, along with Steffes and Hunt, to start every game last season for Bowling Green, and with great reason. The 1-0 is swung on and pulled down the left field line. It'll go foul. Pitch into the hands, just muscled down the pole side. Martin's 13 home runs last year, second highest in a Bowling Green single season ever. Bit of swing and miss in this bat, struck out 39 times. 1-1 to her for Myers, up with the rise ball. Good velocity there from Kat Myers. 2-1 to Addie Martin. She's in the right-handed batter's box, lightly staggered stance. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. This is hit high into shallow left. It doesn't even leave the infield. Avery Fantucci, the shortstop, hauls it in. Ella Stevenson from left came charging in and seemed to call for it. I think thinking that ball was going to go further. She'll now go give a glove tap to her shortstop, Avery Fantucci. Light wind blowing in back toward home plate. That might have knocked that ball down. That was a very high pop-up off the bat of Addie Martin. That'll bring up Lexi Nolan, designated player in this one. Wide stance for her. First pitch to her. She swings, hits a high fly ball into left. Stevenson to her left and hauls this one in. Two gone in the top of the second. No score between Bowling Green and Michigan. Quinn Rivas, the catcher now, freshman from Round Rock, Texas. Heavily bent knees in her stance. First pitch to her, wave and a miss. 0-1. Pretty convincing start so far from Kat Myers. She deals 0-1. It is sliced off the net first base side. Pitch low. Rivas had to dig it out. Just got the end of the bat to it. No balls and 2 strikes on her. 2 gone, nobody aboard. Top of the second. Myers checks the wristband. Comes set. She delivers 0-2. Popped foul behind home plate and out of the vicinity of this stadium. Maybe if you're in attendance, head down toward the bathrooms. Maybe you'll find something. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch from Myers. Wave and a miss. It goes well wide. Valamont picks it off the backstop, throws to first to Ramey for out number 3. Boy, that pitch was a mile outside. To the point Valamont didn't get a glove on it. Just a wave and a miss. Head to the bottom of the second. No score here between Bowling Green and Michigan. Bottom of the second inning coming up between Michigan and Bowling Green. For Michigan, it'll be Lauren Putz, Lily Valamont, and Ella Stevenson, due up. Putz, of course, coming off of a monster freshman campaign. Valamont behind her, a bat that has grown over her time in Ann Arbor. Still room for it to grow. This past year at 253, 7 doubles, 5 home runs. Not too shabby for a catcher, but there's more in there for Lily Valamont. And third up in this inning, Ella Stevenson coming off a tremendous campaign at .338, 10 doubles, 9 home runs, but it's another bat that could grow more. It could be a really high 300s batting average for Stevenson. Lauren Putz digs in, first pitch to her, called strike from Krafsick. Bottom of the second, no score. Lauren Putz stands, feet spread apart in the left-handed batter's box. The 0-1. Changeup popped foul behind home plate, not a play. 0-2 on Putz. Hit .392 last year, 14 doubles, 14 home runs. That batting average was over 400 for nearly the entire season. Krafsick readies, 0-2 to Putz. Called, strike 3 at the knees. That'll bring up Lily Valamont. You don't see Lauren Putz go down on 3 pitches very often. 1 down, no score, bottom 2. Here's the pitch to Valamont. Down and away for a ball. 1-0 to the Trenton, Michigan native. Valamont awaits the 1-0, pretty far up in the right-handed batter's box. The 1-0 pitch, she swings and lifts this, and it'll land in the stands right in front of me. You might have heard the thunk. Boy, that would be about as close as I've ever gotten sitting up here, first base side. It's hard to get one over the net that lands in the stands over here. 1-1 to Valamont, bounces in front of home plate. 2-1. Problem is I've got the window closed. I never have the window closed up here. Breeze blowing in right at me, so I've got it mostly closed for the moment. 2-1 on Valamont. Here's the pitch. Inside, 3-1. Valamont, that back foot at about the middle point of home plate. This isn't a pitcher in Krafsick who's going to throw with a lot of velocity. She deals 3-1. Valamont hits a line drive into center. Simcoe slides to her left to cut it off and get it in. Nicely done by the center fielder. That was a frozen rope off the bat of Lily Valamont. Single to center for Valamont, and that will bring up Ella Stevenson. Maddie Erickson due up next. Stevenson, Algonac, Michigan native. Runner at first is Valamont with 1 gone. Here's the pitch to her, a changeup outside. One and 0 on Stevenson. The 1-0, Stevenson hits a soft line drive. That'll drop in center field. Simcoe will get it in quickly. Valamont beat it to second base. Pair of singles to center. One struck very well. One struck a little bit more softly, but a base hit all the same. 2 aboard for the Wolverines. 1 gone, and it's Maddie Erickson. First pitch to Erickson. She swings, hits a dribbler back to the pitcher. Krafsick, who goes to third to Martin. Force out there, cuts down Valamont. Right decision there by Krafsick. 1-5, fielder's choice. 2 gone. That'll bring up Maddie Ramey, who has swung a hot stick in the fall. Homered yesterday off of Western Michigan. Homered before that against Saginaw Valley State. Another bat that you could be looking at some serious growth for in 2026. 2 on for her and 2 gone. First pitch to her, down and in, ball 1 to Maddie Ramey. The important thing to remember with Ramey, last year, just her first full season as a regular contributor. Started 46 times at 262, 6 doubles, 6 home runs. Didn't walk a whole lot. 1-0, grounded foul, first base side, ball into strike. But her first 2 campaigns in Ann Arbor, for the most part, just spent as a pinch runner. Top option in that department for Bonnie Thole. But now being counted on to play first base nearly every day, and this is a strong bat, the 1-1. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike on the Allen Park native. Stevenson at second, Erickson at first. Infield, outfield, straight up for Bowling Green. Kravcic is set. 2-1 to Ramey. Change up, just tapped foul by Ramey. She barely even swung or turned her hips, just dropped the bat a little bit, and pitch got up and in and got a piece of it. She'll have to figure it out with a 2-2 count. 2 on, 2 gone. Bottom of the second, deuce is wild. Here's the pitch from Kravcic. Ramey hits it just foul over that orange base in foul territory down the first base line. It was a fairly well-struck ground ball. Just foul. Otherwise, would have been extra bases. Might have scored a pair. Certainly would have scored Stevenson. The right fielder, Steph, is playing fairly tight to that line, but deep. 2-2 on Ramey. 2 on and 2 gone. Here comes Kravcic. Ramey lifts this down the left field line. Matthews into foul territory. She dropped it and collided into the wall. She had room to make that catch, sprinting into foul ground. Just couldn't squeeze it. Had to turn that glove over. Couldn't haul it in. So an extra life for Maddie Ramey, what should have been a foul fly out. It's 2-2. Ramey relaxed the shoulders and awaits the pitch. Kravcic is set. Rocks back. 2-2. Down and in. 3-2. She's been trying to attack Ramey in that spot. It's a full count now. 2 on. Ramey can reach. Payoff pitch. Change up, rolled back to the circle, but through Kravcic and off with the shortstop Kaufman. Stevenson will take the chance to head home and score. 1-0 Michigan. That ball just came off the end of the bat of Maddie Ramey with some wicked side spin. Spun away from Kravcic, who tried to backhand it. Then the shortstop Kaufman tried to pick it up, and it spun out of her glove. I don't know what you score that. As Fantucci will dig in, I think you scored a hit. Maybe there's an error mixed in there as well that allows the run to come across. Either way, 2 on, 2 out for Fantucci. She takes ball 1 outside. And Michigan with an early lead, 1-0. We'll be playing 9 or 10 innings, so we're told. The 1-0 to Fantucci. Called strike in her third. Ball and a strike on the Atlanta, Georgia native. It's another bat. You never know what you'll see from Fantucci this upcoming year. Last year started at shortstop down the stretch due to Ella McVey's struggles at the dish. The 1-1 is shot on the ground and through between the shortstop and third baseman Kaufman and Martin to the plate. Heads Erickson. She's out by a mile. A strike thrown in by Kendall Matthews in left field. 1 hop straight to the plate, a dot out of Matthews. Erickson had about 2 or 3 more strides before she slid into the waiting glove of the catcher Quinn Rivas. But Michigan takes a 1-0 lead in the first. Aggressive couple sends from Bonnie Thole at third. 1 pays off, 1 does not. We head to the third here in Ann Arbor. Top of the third inning here in Ann Arbor. Bowling Green and Michigan fall ball action. Alex Miller, happy to be here. This station, but asked if I wanted to come back, help out, call a couple fall ball games. Answer, of course, a yes. I unfortunately couldn't make it to the one yesterday. Would have filled in on that as well. But happy to be here for this one. Michigan up 1-0, bottom of the second inning. It'll be 9-1 and 2 for Bowling Green, starting with Kendall Matthews. First pitch to her. Heater low from Kat Myers back in there. Myers a strong inning in the second. Weak pop-up, weak fly-out, then a strikeout. 1-0 to Matthews. Into the hands, half-swing foul. Barely even a half swing. 1-1 on Kendall Matthews, senior from Paris, Illinois. Last year started 46 times, hit .214, on base percentage up at .346. The 1-1. Down. 2 balls and a strike. Matthews before that was at Lakeland College in Mattoon, Illinois. A couple monster years at that level. It's 2-1. Myers delivers, and this is hit well down the left field line, and it is foul. Landed out in the Bowling Green bullpen. About, I'd say, 15 feet or so wide left of that foul pole. There were some leaps of joy in that Bowling Green pen. I think somebody might have missed where that ball came in. You just see a ball come land next to you and you assume it's good. 2-2 to Matthews. Here's Myers. Just up. 3-2. Myers set, right foot, third base side of the rubber. She uncorks 3-2 and bounced it in. Came out of her hand odd. Landed a couple feet in front of home plate. Leadoff walk for the 9-hitter Kendall Matthews. It'll turn over to the freshman, Hannah Simcoe. Simcoe in the left-hander batter's box. Michigan will creep the corner infielders Erickson and Ramey in. Fantucci, the shortstop, in a little bit as well. Now Kylie Carr, the second baseman, will join them. First pitch to Simcoe, lays down a bunt. Erickson on the charge. She'll throw to first on the move and throws a strike. Well done by Maddie Erickson. It's a very nice bunt by Simcoe just up the third base line. Erickson had to come a long way to get it, but Valamont wouldn't have had to play out of the crouch. Simcoe's sacrifice moves Matthews up to second. That'll bring up Peyton Steffes. She had a bunt single in the first. Corners in against her as well. Matthews at second. 1-0 Michigan, top of the third inning. Here comes Kat Myers. Down and away. A lot of zip on that ball from Myers. 1-0 to Steffes. Steffes twirls the bat up. High hands in the left-hander batter's box. The 1-0. Called strike, outer third. One ball and one strike. And Mackenzie Gardner, the head coach, wants a word from her third base coaching box to talk things over with Steffes. Lily Valamont will take the time to head out to the circle to talk with Myers. Michelle Gardner, again, played at Michigan. Back then was Michelle Bolster. Played with Michigan's head coach, Bonnie Thole. Nice homecoming for Gardner back to Alumni Field. 1-1 to Steffes. Runner at second, one gone. The pitch. Called strike at the knees. It's a tough pitch for Steffes to do something with. Down and away. Ball and 2 strikes. Infield retreats with 2 strikes on Steffes. Here's the pitch. Down and away for a ball. 2-2. Runner at second is Kendall Matthews. She walked, was pushed over by a sac bunt by Hannah Simcoe. 1-0 Michigan, top of the third, one down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Myers. Line drive up the middle and through. Matthews will round third. Here's the throw from Conway. It's on the money. A bullet from the center fielder, Janisa Conway. Valamon applied the tag. Matthews cut down. Wow. Conway doing a little dance in center. Boy, had to charge in to pick that ball up on the move and just fired to the plate. Wow. I mean, just a cannon from Conway. That arm has flashed at times, but as far as I can recall, that's as good of a throw as I've ever seen from her live. Jen Brundage out to chat with the battery of Myers and Lily Valamont. Steffes advanced to second after the single, and then Conway fired home to the plate. She moved up behind the play. So Steffes stands at second for the 3-hitter Taylor Barrett. There are 2 gone for Barrett, who struck out looking in the first. Myers readies. Here's the pitch to Barrett. Outside and low for ball 1. Barrett stands at her barrel, taps home plate, twirls it up. Hands back behind her helmet, the 1-0. She swings, lifts this to right field. Thornton charged in, unable to make the play. Steffes will score. Thornton will get her into the cutoff car to hold Barrett at first, but she ties us up with a single in the top of the third. A floating fly down the right field line. Thornton, who moves very well, got a decent enough jump on it. Just couldn't get there, put on the brakes, and got that ball in quickly. But with 2 outs and Steffes running, as the first pitch to Hannah Hunt is a called strike. With Steffes on the move early, it's going to be no chance to get her if that ball dropped, and it did. Tie ball game 1-1. And Barrett at first for Hannah Hunt, who struck out in the first, the 0-1. She hits a line drive to left field. Ella Stevenson will pick it up out there on 2 hops, get it in quickly. But a base hit by Hannah Hunt. 3 straight singles by the Falcons. They have 2 on with 2 gone. That one by Hunt as the one by Steffes, 2 hitters before. Very hard hit. Cameron Kaufman now. First pitch to her from Myers. It's a ball low. 1-0. Kaufman grounded up the middle to Fantucci, out in the first to end that inning. 1-0 to her. Here's the pitch from Myers. It's on the ground. A second, Carr a few steps to her left. Toss to first for out number 3. Easy does it there. But Bowling Green strikes back. 3 straight singles, knocks in a run. We're tied 1-1, head to the bottom of the third on WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Bottom of the third inning here in Ann Arbor at Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium. It'll be the top of the Michigan order. Kylie Carr, CeCe Thornton, Janisa Conway against Mackenzie Kravsick. We are now tied up 1 apiece. Bowling Green has 4 hits, Michigan with 3. Of course, the Falcons with an extra half inning to their disposal. Carr grounded out to second to begin this ball game for Michigan in the bottom of the first. Thorrington also grounded out behind her before Conway had a walk in the first. Kylie Carr will dig in. Reigning Michigan Miss Softball. Rocking the number 1. Number 18 overall prospect in the country according to Extra Innings. First pitch to her. She swings and pops this up left side of the infield. It'll head to the outfield, and it's Matthews who charged in to haul it in toward the foul line, just into the outfield. The shortstop Kaufman was heading back, nearly collided with Matthews, just ducked out last second, and Matthews makes the catch. That'll bring up CC Thorrington. Thorrington grounded back to the pitcher, Kravcic, in the first. One away for her, 1-1 the bottom third. First pitch, she shows bunt, pulls it back, changeup misses low. 1-0 to CC Thorrington. Sophomore could be in the mix for more playing time this year with Ellie Sieler's spot vacated. The 1-0. Showed bunt again and again pulled back and took a ball. It's 2-0. 1-1 the score. 1 down, bottom of the third. Kravcic comes set and deals 2-0. Wave and a miss. Big cut to rise ball. 2-1. Kravcic comes set just above her right knee, raises the hands toward her belt buckle, separates and deals 2-1. And that's a strike. Thorrington showed bunt, didn't pull it back, didn't get back to ball, and it's 2-2. She'll swing the stick now. Flashed that capability as a freshman. Still shows bunt for timing's sake. 2-2. She pulls back the pitch. Outside, 3-2. Pretty good eye up there from CC Thorrington. The thundering bat of Janisa Conway is on deck. Kravcic, payoff pitch. Thorrington slaps it up the middle. Kaufman to the second base. Back, throws to first, not in time. Thorrington can flat out fly. Runner aboard with 1 gone for Janisa Conway. She worked a long battle for a walk in the first. And then made a tremendous play in center field a half inning ago. Threw a strike to home plate. First pitch to her. Called a strike, changeup outer third. 0-1 on the lucky number 13. Again, coming off a huge sophomore campaign. 0-1. Change up. She drives it down the left field line. It'll drop for a base hit. Matthews will bring it in. It's a single for Janisa Conway. 2 on with 1 out. Back-to-back singles. Thorrington and Conway. 2 on for Aaron Hain. Poseyville, Indiana native Aaron Hain. Southern tip of Indiana, where Poseyville is located. 2 on for Hain. First pitch is swung on, hit sharply to second. Hunt picks it on 1 hop and tosses underhand to first. Nicely handled by the second baseman, Hunt. Runners at second and third. Conway second, Thorrington third. And Lauren puts bat hit nearly 400 with pop last year. First pitch to her. She takes a close pitch, ball one. 1-0 to the Phoenix, Arizona native. Father JJ played baseball at Michigan, then 12 MLB seasons. Mother Kelsey, an elite Michigan softball player. The 1-0 fouled back. Daughter of two illustrious Michigan Wolverines, comes back and joins her parents to wear the maize and blue, native of Phoenix, Arizona. Two aboard for her. The 1-1 is chopped up the middle, and it is backhanded by Hunt, popped out of her glove. Everybody safe. Conway rounds and heads to the plate. She will score from second. 3-1 Michigan. I'd score that a single. I do not think Hunt was going to get puts, even if she gloved that cleanly deep behind the second base bag. She probably does get an error that allows Conway to score the second run. Either way, 3-1 in favor of Michigan. Puts it first. Two gone. Lily Valamont first. Catcher Rivas wants a word with Krafsik. Valamont had a sharply hit single to center in the second. She'll bat with puts at first. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Good spot by Krafsik. Outside part of the plate. So in one now with two gone. 3-1 Michigan, bottom third. Here's the pitch. Valamont drives this deep to left. Matthews back to the track, and she makes the catch. In the warning track, out in left center field. Valamont just a little too much underneath that pitch. Michigan tacks on two more. They lead 3-1 after three. Top of the fourth inning in Ann Arbor. Michigan up 3-1 in their final fall ball game against Bowling Green State. Kat Myers back out for a fourth inning of work against the Falcons, who send up 6, 7, and 8. Addie Martin, Lexi Nolan, Quinn Rivas. This order led off this second inning and went down 1, 2, 3. Infield gathers. Everybody's right foot on the rubber. Now high fives all around. Kat Myers looks to settle back in after giving up a run in the third, but again, worked very well through this part of the order in the second inning. Infield and outfield straight up for the Wolverines. First pitch to Addie Martin is down low, ball one. Martin popped out to Fantucci at shortstop in the second. Had a fabulous year last year. 338 batting average, 13 home runs. The 1-0. Heater outside, it's 2-0. Martin rests the bat on her back shoulder, now raises it up as Myers comes set. She delivers 2-0. This is low. It's 3-0 to Addie Martin. Martin digs back in, 3-0 count for her. Holds her bat with hot pink batting gloves. The 3-0. She swings, drives this on a line to right center. It is off the wall. Conway will fire it into second base. Diving in there safely with a double is Addie Martin. She had the green light, 3-0, and banged a double off the wall. Line drive shot into right center for Martin. Leadoff runner in scoring position in the fourth for Bowling Green. That'll bring up Lexi Nolan. Martin at second. 3-1 Michigan. Here's the first pitch to Nolan. She lifts this into shallow center field. It'll drop. Conway will pick it up and throw to third. And it's out over there is Martin. She did not leave on contact. Thought that ball might be caught. And by the time she left, Conway had time to pick it up and throw out another runner from center field. How about Janisa Conway patrolling center? Quinn Rivas swings and misses 0-1. Ball popped away from Valamont, but no movement. Bowling Green now going to bring out a pinch runner for Nolan at first base. That'll be Jillian Gardner, redshirt freshman, and the daughter of head coach Michelle Gardner. Spent a semester at Coastal Carolina, then when her mother got the head coaching job at Bowling Green, joined her with the Falcons. The 0-1 upstairs to Rivas. One ball and one strike on Rivas, who struck you out swinging in the second. The 1-1. Wave and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. Two balls and a strike on Rivas. Here's Kat Myers. That bounces in. Valamont with a good block. With her body, really went up and into her chest protector. Two and two. Runner at first is the pinch runner Gardner. One gone. 3-1 Michigan, top of the fourth. Myers fires. Up and away. Full count to Rivas. Lights have come on here at Carol Hutchins Stadium. Sun setting behind home plate, third base side. It's a beautiful evening for softball. Here's the 3-2. Wave and a miss. She struck her out. Delayed steal from Gardner. Thrown out from Valamont. She got her. Strike him out. Throw him out. Double play for the Wolverines. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 Michigan on WCBN, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Ann Arbor. Bowling Green and Michigan fall ball, softball action on WCBN. New pitcher in the circle for the Falcons. It's the 24 of Olivia Roth. last year. A bit of a rough go for Roth. Not a huge sample size, though. In 20 to third across 14 appearances, 6 of them starts. He had an 8.95 ERA. Struck out 8 to 18 walks in that 20 into third. Got to avoid the free passes. Ella Stevenson leads off against her, then Maddie Erickson and Maddie Ramey. All three of whom really do not walk a whole lot. So see which one comes out here. The Wolverine trio gets patient or if Roth can locate. First pitch to Stevenson, hits her on the front foot. Right on the shin guard, so one pitch and a hit by pitch to put Stevenson at first. Just went right into the ankle. So a rough first pitch there from Olivia Roth, the Marion, Ohio native. Now she'll see Maddie Erickson grounded into a 1-5 fielder's choice with 2 runners on her last time up. First pitch to her, bounces in and gets through the catcher Rivas up to second, scoots Stevenson. She's in scoring position. So 2 pitches from Roth, neither particularly close, and it's 1-0 on Erickson and the hit by pitch to Stevenson. The 1-0 is low, much closer there, 2-0. Erickson, long look to Bonnie Thole, third base coaching box. Thole seemed to give her a sign to swing the bat if she wants to. 2-0 from Roth. Erickson took all the way. Two balls and a strike. Runner at second and Stevenson. 3-1 Michigan. Bottom of the 4th inning. Roth deals. Erickson swings. Shoots it into the right center field gap on a line. It'll get to the wall. Stevenson will head to the plate. Erickson to second. She slides in as the throw comes in late. RBI double for Maddie Erickson. 4-1 Michigan in the 4th. That's the kind of swing you love to see from Maddie Erickson, who will exit for the moment. Lexi Delamonica will come on and pinch run for her at second base. But Erickson, who can just do so much damage with the line drive, that was where she really stood out 2 seasons ago. Sprays one to right center. First pitch to Maddie Ramey is a ball outside and low. But when Erickson, even her home runs, they were on a line. That is what her swing can do, just hard line drives. And last year lost some of that at times, just got unlucky, hit them hard at people. But that's the kind of swing you want to see from Erickson. The 1-0 to Ramey. Called strike at the belt buckle. 1-1. Ramey had a weird spinning infield single. It came off the end of her bat, a low pitch, and just punched it back toward the pitcher at the time, Kravsick, and it spun away from her. Roth rocks the 1-1 to Ramey. Close miss outside. It's 2-1. Michigan up now 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning over Bowling Green. Final fall ball game for these Wolverines. Delamonica, the pinch runner at second. 2-1 to Ramey. Down and away, 3-1. Again, Ramey has homered in 2 straight fall ball games, Western Michigan and against Saginaw Valley State. Staggered stance for Ramey, the 3-1. Called strike, outer third. It's a full count. Roth picked up some dirt, wiped it off, and now is back on the rubber. Here's the 3-2 to Ramey. She swings, hits a high fly ball to center. Simcoe back to her left, hauls it in. She dropped it. Ramey to second. To third, Delamonica was tagging. That was in the glove of Hannah Simcoe. She was camped under that ball in center. And perhaps to try to get it to her throwing in quickly to throw out Delamonica, just dropped it. Wow. That'll bring up Avery Fantucci. Delamonica at third and Ramey at second. First pitch to Fantucci, she swings, line drive up the middle and it's through. Delamonica is in, Ramey will get the wave, she will score. Fantucci slides into second with a 2 RBI double into right center. Line drive that went up the middle between the two infielders, pushed Simcoe to her left. Line drive and 2 knocked in by Fantucci. She has a 2-hit day. And Olivia Roth's day is done. She did not get an out. She should have gotten one. It was a hit batter, then an Erickson double. Ramey flew out what should have been a fly out to center, but reached on an error as Hannah Simcoe dropped it, and then Avery Fantucci knocks in 2 with the double. It is now 6-1 in favor of Michigan. Michelle Gardner will make a change in the circle. The new arm is the right-hander Morgan Beckham of Middleburg, Florida. Last year, Beckham was a solid option for this Bowling Green team. She was their next best, really, behind today's starter, Mackenzie Krapsick. Beckham across 79 innings of work at a 4.7 ERA. But she also, like Krapsick, walked more hitters than she struck out. 43 strikeouts in those 79 innings to 52 walks. But hopefully has a little bit more control than we saw from Roth out of the pen. Beckham done warming up. Bowling Green infield gathers together behind her. It'll be the top of the order. It'll turn over for Michigan. Kylie Carr. 0 for 2, ground out and a flyout. She has Avery Fantucci at second. Nobody gone. Bottom of the 4th inning. 6-1 Michigan. Not a hugely shocking score in this one. A rebuilding Bowling Green team that has struggled the last couple of years in the MAC against a Michigan team that should be again toward the top of the Big Ten. First pitch of the day from Beckham is a ball to Kylie Carr. Corner infielders, Martin at third, Barrett at first, a few steps in front of the baseline. Middle infield back, the 1-0, down and away. It's 2-0 to Carr. Beckham, right foot, third base side of the rubber. Comes set at the belt buckle and deals 2-0. Issues a strike, out or third. It's 2-1. Beckham comes set on her right thigh, then deals 2-1. Wave and a miss. Big swing from Kylie Carr. Anticipated a heater in the zone, got one. Just couldn't bury it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, nobody gone. Here's the pitch. Carr grounds it to the right side. Hannah Hunt, the second baseman, picks it up, sidearm toss to first. At long last, 1 away in the 4th. Fantucci moves up to third. She's there for CC Thorrington. 1 for 2. Ground out and an infield single. First pitch to Thorrington. She shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball. Whole infield crashing in against her. Would be kind of a curious spot to bunt with Fantucci at third. The 1-0. Called strike, top of the zone. Check swing there from Thorrington. Didn't square around. 1 ball and 1 strike, runner at third. 6-1 Michigan, bottom of the 4th. Here's 1-1. Wave and a miss, just a slash and an up and away pitch there from Thorrington. Hit half-hearted of a cut, and Thorrington requests time to go talk to Bonnie Thole at the third base coaching box. Ball and 2 strikes on Thorrington. Fantucci at third. 6-1 Michigan, bottom of the 4th inning. Thole and Thorrington finally split. Thorrington settles back in the left-handed batter's box. She's tight to home plate. Stands straight up in the box. Here's the 1-2 from Beckham, and it's slashed away. Another pitch up, a rise. Thorrington just got a piece, popped it behind home plate, out of play. Still 1-2. Infield still pretty tight here. Outfield shallow as well. 1-2, and she struck her out. Thorrington went around. Beckham has come in for Roth and retired 2 straight. Now it's Janisa Conway. Fantucci at third. 3 across already in the frame for Michigan. They're up 6-1. Here's the pitch from Beckham. Called strike. Conway a walk and a single to left for the left-handed hitting Janisa Conway. She taps the plate. Now rests the bat on her shoulder, raises it up and awaits. The 0-1. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Conway the kind of hitter that can go up and get a rise ball if it's not up enough. 1-1 on her. Beckham deals, Conway swings and hits a line drive to center. A base hit, Fantucci scores. 7-1 Michigan. Conway, her second hit of the ball game. She looks every bit of the piece that will be one of the best players in the Big Ten this upcoming year. That'll bring up Aaron Hain. 7-1 Michigan. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Hain. She swings, fouls it straight back and out of play. 0-1. Fly out and a ground out for Hain in this one. Conway the runner at first. 2 gone finally in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch to Hain. She hits it back to the circle. It's bobbled by Beckham. She goes to first and is just in time. That came off the end of the bat of Hain and had some wicked spin, similar to one we saw off the bat of Ramey earlier. But Beckham able to control the bobble and get Hain at first. But Michigan tacks on 4 more. Wolverines lead it 7-1 after 4. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Top of the 5th inning in Ann Arbor, 7-1 Michigan. New pitcher on the bump for the Wolverines. Haley Ferguson takes over as her fellow sophomore Kat Myers' day is done. Myers, 4 innings of work, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It'll be Haley Ferguson now, sophomore from Fairborn, Ohio. Last year, Ferg had a 4.54 ERA in 24 2/3, 11 strikeouts to 12 walks. Was a tremendous high school pitcher, was the number 3 prospect in the whole country. She'll see Kendall Matthews first. First pitch to her is a called strike. Matthews walked her sole time up in the 3rd inning. The 0-1. Change up outside from Ferguson. Again, I've talked about it a couple times. This Michigan team, the question mark is going to be the pitching staff. How do you replace someone as important as Lauren Derkowski? And Aaron Hain will have to step up. Here's the 1-1. Well upstairs. 2 balls and a strike on Kendall Matthews. And Gabby Ellis, the transfer for Mercer, will be a big piece. But Michigan would love for someone like a Ferguson or a Kat Myers or a Regan Bennett to emerge. And there's certainly a lot to like in all 3 of those arms. The 2-1 is popped to Erickson at 3rd. A soft line drive. She hauls it in. Didn't have to move at the hot corner. 1 down. Really, I'd say that's a line out more than I said popped, but just a floating line drive to the 3rd baseman. That'll turn the lineup over to Hannah Simcoe. She has a walk and a sacrifice bunt. But there's a lot of reasons to like all 3 of those arms as Ferguson deals a first pitch strike out her 3rd to the left-handed hitting Simcoe. Infield tight for the Wolverines against her. 0-1 from Ferguson is slapped foul by Simcoe. 4.54 ERA last year for Ferguson. Again, in her 24 2/3. Not a terrible number. Walked more than she struck out. Seemed at times Michigan turned to her pretty often early on last season. It seemed at times she struggled to put away hitters. But look, it was a freshman campaign. Still a lot to like as she deals an 0-2. This is inside with an off-speed pitch, 1-2. It'll be very interesting to see how this pitching staff comes together for Bonnie Thole and Jen Brundage. 1-2, called, strike 3. Ferguson paints the outside edge. Simcoe down looking, 2 away for Peyton Steffes. With this pitching staff, will it be more by committee when you don't have a workhorse like Lauren Derkowski and Aaron Hain behind her now likely to take that role as the first pitch to Steffes is chopped up the middle. Vantucci cuts it off at short, throws to first. 1-2-3, first inning of work for Ferguson out of the pen. Head of the bottom of the 5th inning here in Ann Arbor, 7-1 Michigan over Bowling Green. But back to the discussion at hand about this pitching staff. When you lose someone like Derkowski, who just 8 innings and at a high-quality level, certainly Hain could step up and grow and has flashed at times her capability to be a #1 option in the Big Ten. Gabriella is coming off a year at Mercer in which she had a 2.48 ERA. But you just never know if Bonnie Thole and Jen Brundage could end up going a little bit more by committee, rely on their bullpen a little bit more, and I think that will come down to how much do they trust a Regan Bennett, a Kat Myers, a Haley Ferguson. And of course that remains to be seen. It's only the fall, but hey, in the fall, all of those arms have had some really encouraging outings. It'll be Lauren Putz, Lily Valamont, Ellie Stevenson. 5, 6, and 7 in the Wolverine order tonight. They'll lead off in the bottom of the 5th inning. Morgan Beckham back to work in the circle. She did a nice job in relief in the 4th. First pitch to Putz. Called strike. 0-1 to Putz. Strikeout. An infield single for Lauren Putz. The 0-1 pitch. She swings and lifts this high to left field. Matthews locates it and has it. Started far to her left, then had to come back a few steps to her right, but tracked it the whole way. Putz retired on the flyout. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. And this should be Lily Valamont, but she has not yet come out of the Michigan dugout, and that's because she will not. It will be Sydney Hastings, the freshman wearing 18, native of nearby Saline, Michigan, that will pinch hit.
Now batting for Michigan, number 18, Sydney Hastings.
So Hastings in for Valamont. Here's the pitch from Beckham. Hastings wave and a miss at a first pitch strike. Hastings wearing the 18 that was worn by Lauren Derkowski. The 0-1, wave and a miss. Similar spot, similar swing, same result. Hastings played shortstop for a good chunk of her high school career before moving to catcher toward the end of it. The 0-2 is down and in. Versatile athlete is Sydney Hastings back behind the dish. Ball and 2 strikes on her. Infield, outfield, straight up. 7-1 Michigan. Bottom of the 5th, 1 gone. Here's the pitch from Beckham. Up and in. 2-2 to Sydney Hastings. Hastings, a right-handed hitter. She's tall, 5'10". Stands pretty straight up in the batter's box. Bends the knees a little bit. Here's the 2-2. She popped it up. Cameron Kaufman, the shortstop, to the foul line and hauls it in behind the third base bag. Good communication between her and the third baseman, Addie Martin, who as soon as that ball was hit, backed out of the way and gave way. And Kaufman went over right toward her third base bag to haul that ball in. So Hastings pops out. Another pinch hitter will come on. Megan Beamer will hit in the spot of Ella Stevenson. Here's the first pitch to Beamer. That's upstairs to the sophomore from Hudsonville, Michigan. Beamer taps both of the front corners of home plate. Lightly staggered stance in the left-handed batter's box for Beamer. Here's the 1-0. Beamer swings and skies this down the left field line. Matthews into foul territory, hauls it in. 1, 2, 3, 5th inning of work for Beckham. No damage done. We head to the 6th. 7-1 Michigan at Alumni Field. Top of the 6th inning, a number of defensive changes for the Wolverines. Sienna Snyder, the freshman, into play first base. I believe Hastings, who came in to hit for Valamont, is behind the dish. He is. In the outfield, Lauren Putz is in right. Indiana Langford is in center. Megan Beamer is in left. Janella Lacqua at second. Kylie Carr moves to third. Lily Palco at short. First pitch from Ferguson, grounded to third. Carr gobbles it up. Throw to first. Picked well by Snyder. And Taylor Barrett retired. 1 pitch, 1 out. Gonna bring up Hannah Hunt. Ferguson sets. First pitch to Hunt. Called strike. Strikeout and a single to left for Hannah Hunt. Had a great year last year for Bowling Green. One of the big bright spots for a Bowling Green team that made a big improvement last year, the 0-1. Called strike, 0-2. Still a poor year last year for Bowling Green, but much improved over the prior 2 years that were really nearly impossibly terrible. Won just 6 games in 2024, only 3 games won in the MAC. Year prior, 9 wins overall, 2-28 in the MAC. 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hunt. And Michelle Gardner in her first year cobbled together a 16-36 year, 7-19 in the MAC. Pretty big strides from those prior 2 campaigns. And her Falcons squad looking to get even better in 2026. Ferguson, the 1-2. Rise ball well up. About helmet high, maybe a little higher. 2-2 to Hannah Hunt. Ferguson checks the wristband, comes set on her right thigh, raises her hand to the chest, deals 2-2. On the ground to short. Palco a step to her left, fires to first, just in time. Nicely handled by the shortstop, the freshman Lily Palco. Hard hit up the middle. She got to her left to pick it up. And took a crow hop to throw a strike to cut down Hunt by a step. 2 gone on a pair of ground balls, and now it's Cameron Kaufman, who's been retired twice via the ground ball. First pitch to her. Ball 1 outside from Ferguson. Haley Ferguson has retired all 5 batters she has faced. The 1-0 Cameron Kaufman is grounded to third. Carr tried to cut it off, couldn't get there. Palco will pick it up behind her, and the throw is late. Carr tried to cut it off, the right thing from the third baseman, just it got under her glove, and then Palco picked it up. Might have had a chance to throw out Kaufman, but had to double clutch with Carr running right in front of her throwing lane. Calling an infield single for Cameron Kaufman. And that will bring up Addie Martin. 2 gone, runner at first. 7-1 Michigan, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch from Ferguson, just below the knees. One 1-0 to Martin. Best hitter on this Bowling Green team last year. The 1-0 is hit to short. Palco will pick it up, flip to second. Alakwa covers in time. There's out number 3. 4 ground balls generated by Haley Ferguson. She has been strong out of the pen for Michigan. Wolverines still lead it 7-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Ann Arbor. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up here in Ann Arbor. Back to work in the circle. Morgan Beckham, she has been strong at a 1-2-3 5th inning. Retired 3 of the 4 she saw in the 4th. She'll see a bunch of new hitters into the game. It'll begin with the 19 of Regan Bennett, I believe. And then Sienna Snyder on deck. So Regan Bennett will bat here. And Snyder after her. First pitch to Bennett. It's taken down and away for ball 1. Regan Bennett, now a junior, transferred in last year from South Carolina back to her home state of Michigan. Native of Novi. She stands big and strong in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 1-0 pitch. She swings, hits a line drive, but right at the shortstop, Cameron Kaufman, who hauls it in. Line out retires Bennett. And that will bring up Snyder, freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, Sienna Snyder. Snyder, the number 19 prospect in the country by extra innings. Here comes Beckham. This is swung on and popped up and out of play. It'll land on the grandstand, third base side. It's 0-1 on Snyder. Snyder digs into the right-handed batter's box. Beckham checks her wristband, comes set, and deals the 0-1. Called strike on the inside edge. It's 0-2. Beckham picks up some dirt with her throwing hand, wipes it off on her right pant leg. Now is back on the rubber. She's up 0-2 on Snyder. Here's the pitch. This is pulled foul, well struck, third base side by Snyder. He'll do it over 0-2. 7-1 Michigan, bottom of the 6th inning. Between Michigan and Bowling Green, final fall ball game for the Wolverines. Snyder has some familial Michigan connections. Her father, Matt, played football at Alma College. Her mom, Jen, was on the dance team at Central Michigan. Her brother, Gannon, good baseball player. Last 2 years at Wichita State, now transferring to play at Cal. 0-2 on Sienna Snyder. Here's the pitch. Change up, hit back up the middle. The shortstop, Kaufman, to her left, picks it up, high throw, and it pulled the first baseman, Barrett, off the bag. And Snyder is safe at first. If I was the scorer, that's probably a throwing error on the shortstop. Cameron Kaufman had time to throw out Snyder just too high for Barrett. And that'll bring up Lily Palco. First pitch to Palco, wave and a miss. Big cut at a rise ball, and it wasn't too up that she couldn't do damage to it. Palco, freshman from transfer Pennsylvania, holds the Pennsylvania state record, 40 career home runs. The 0-1 is pulled foul. Snyder might have been on the move there. It's 0-2 on Palco. Wearing the 32, formerly worn by Ella McVey. No balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, 1 gone. Here's the pitch, and it bounces in. Snyder on the move, throw down from Rivas, and she got her. Snyder cut down, trying to steal second. Slid to that back second base side of the bag towards center field. But a nice sweeping tag applied to get her. 2 gone. And a ball and 2 strikes on Lily Palco. 7-1 Michigan, bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-2, up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan Beckham again picks up some dirt on her throwing hand, wipes it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. The pitch to Palco. Pulled back foul behind home plate. Big cut from Palco. Timed it up pretty well just underneath. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beckham delivers. Change up well away. It's 3-2. Ball briefly dribbled away from the circle. Beckham will have it retrieved for her by the shortstop Cameron Kaufman. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Lily Palco. Nobody aboard, 2 gone. 3-2. In tight, ball 4. Good battle up there from the freshman. Lily Palco was behind 0-2, works a base on balls. Lineup turns over to Kylie Carr, another freshman. Bonnie Thole using the fall as she should to empty her bench. Ground out, fly out, ground out for Kylie Carr. Runner at first is Palco. Beckham readies. She twirls home. Called strike at the knees, 0-1. The 0-1 from Beckham. Just away. 1-1 to Carr. Again, the reigning Michigan Miss Softball Award winner. One of the top prospects in the whole country. The 1-1 pitch. Checked her swing. It was a called strike anyways. A ball and 2 strikes now on Kylie Carr. 2 away. Runner at first is Palco. Here's the pitch. This is chopped to second in the hole. Hunt stabs at it, snares it, and throws to first. Nicely done. She had to keep her eye on that ball as Palco ran right in front of it on her way to second. Hunt with a nice play. Carr retired on the ground out. No damage done. Still 7-1 Michigan after 6. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Top of the 7th inning. Haley Ferguson back in the circle for Michigan. 7-1 Wolverines on top. Lexi Nolan, Quinn Rivas, Kendall Matthews due up for Bowling Green. First pitch of the frame. Change up dropped on in by Ferguson, whose 2 innings of relief have been sharp. Nolan a fly out and a single to her card. Here's the 0-1 from the righty. It bounces in a couple feet in front of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ferguson looks into the dugout at Jen Brundage for the sign, checks the wristband. She rocks, hand to the chest, the 1-1. Into the hands, it's popped up to the second baseman, Alakwa, who's right there to haul it in. One away. Just a step or two in for Janelle Alakwa, veteran second baseman. One away in the 7th. Pinch hitter here for Bowling Green. It'll be the 14 of Ashley Chevalier. First pitch to her, she grounds it back to the circle. Ferguson knocks it down, picks it up, toss to Snyder at first. 2 gone. Haley Ferguson has really generated the ground ball. In her first inning in the 5th, it was a line out, then a strikeout, then it was a ground out. In the 6th, it was ground out, ground ball single that maybe could have been an out, then a ground out. Now that weak pop-up and another ground out. Kendall Matthews now with 2 gone. 7-1 Michigan. Here's the pitch from Ferguson. It is lined to first softly, and right there is Sienna Snyder at the base for a quick 1-2-3 inning of work for Haley Ferguson. Head to the bottom of the 7th, effectively might as well stretch here in the 7th. We're playing 10, I believe, here between Bowling Green and Michigan. Bottom of the 7th inning here in Ann Arbor, Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium. Alex Miller for WCBN Sports. Thanks for joining me for this one. 7-1 Michigan in front. Morgan Beckham back to work in the circle. Andy Dirks will come in and pinch hit. Sophomore from South Carolina. Hit well last season in limited plate appearances. Somebody that might be in the mix to see some reps at designated player. Dirks deep in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the first pitch to her, and it is in tight for ball 1. Dirks went 5 for 15 with a pair of doubles, 3 runs batted in her limited chance as a freshman. Not to like about this bat. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Beckham back on the rubber. She again went behind her to pick up some dirt. She doesn't have a rosin bag. Deals 2-0. Issues a strikeout her third, 2-1. Doesn't have a rosin bag, but goes to the dirt and wipes it off. That's her way of finding a grip on that softball. 2-1 on Andy Dirks. Here's the pitch. Dirks swings, drives this, but foul. Hit it sharply down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th. 7-1 Michigan. We are playing 10 between Bowling Green and Michigan. Final fall ball game for these Wolverines. Two and two on Dirks. Here's the pitch. She hits a line drive shot at the third baseman, Martin, who hauls it in. Reflex play. Maybe a little bit of self-preservation by the third baseman, Martin, out number 1. Good cut, though, from Andy Dirks. And that'll be all she wrote, I believe, for Beckham in the circle, and it will. It's a good outing from Beckham. Really quieted things down. Nothing across on her, and her now 3 1/3 of work. The new pitcher wears the 27 of Avery Sandifer, freshman from Argyle, Texas. She'll see Indiana Langford first, who's in there for Janisa Conway. Erin Hain is on deck. She and Lauren Putz, who would be due to follow her, plus Kylie Carr, the only originals of this 10-person lineup still in there, as Bonnie Tholes giving everybody a chance. I've been waved goodbye by some fans who were sitting in front of me. I don't know if they thought we were friends, but hopefully we were. Michigan dugout starting a go blue. The players chanting a go, getting a blue back from the fans, first base side. Sandifer all warmed up. She does have a little rosin bag that she'll pick up and now drop. Indiana Jones theme will come out for the first time this evening as Indiana Langford digs in. Slap hitting speedster. Be a big piece in her junior campaign. First pitch called a strike. Or excuse me, senior campaign for Langford. I knew that. My notes don't have it though. Didn't update it. No balls and a strike on Langford. The 0-1. Called strike, outer third. No balls, 2 strikes on the Poway, California native. Sandifer, the freshman. Long look at her wristband. Now comes set. Right foot, third base, side of the rubber. Left foot back, toe in the ground, heel in the air. She rocks on that foot, deals the 0-2. Misses up. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Langford. 7-1 Wolverines, bottom of the 7th inning here in Ann Arbor. Infield, outfield, largely straight up. The center fielder, Simcoe, shifted a bit to left center on the slap-hitting Indy Langford. The 1-2. Sliced foul, a line drive shot that a couple feet to the right is nailing Michelle Gardner, sitting on a stool on the step of the Bowling Green dugout. She covers her face with her sheet of paper, maybe your scorecard, with a smile. 1-2 on Indiana Langford. For the most part is standing in, taking traditional cuts right now as opposed to her usual slap approach. 1-2, she takes up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandifer goes to the rosin bag. Two balls, 2 strikes on Langford. 2-2. Langford slaps her to the ground. The first baseman Barron on the charge. Underhand toss back to the covering second baseman Hunt. Langford beat it out as she does. An infield single for Indiana Langford. New year for this Michigan softball squad, but Indiana Langford's ability to beat out seemingly anything, of course, remains. That'll bring up Erin Hain. And Haley Ferguson, I believe, swinging the stick on deck. She had a couple at-bats last year. Maybe that's the 14 of Janella Lockwell. Either way, Hain takes the first pitch strike. No, that's certainly the 15. That's the 15 of Haley Ferguson on deck. 0-1 to Erin Hain. Indiana Langford at first base with 1 away. Sandifer is set. Here's the 0-1. Haynes shoots this down the left field line, but foul. Got barreled to softball just out in front. Poseyville natives down 0-2. Haynes again last year, just 2 for 9 at the plate, had a home run, drove in 5. Didn't get a whole lot of chances. Maybe she'll two-way a little bit more this season. Sandifer set, 0-2 to Haynes. Chopper up the middle, the shortstop. Kaufman can't pick the short hop. It bounces behind her. Haynes is at first safely. Such a tough play for Cameron Kaufman, who charged that softball and just couldn't snare the short hop. Haynes aboard. I don't know what I score that as our unofficial scorekeeper of this broadcast. Kind of want to go with a hit. That's such a tough play up the middle. We'll give Kaufman the benefit of the doubt. Lexi Delamonica will pinch run for Haynes. Her second time as a pinch runner in this ball game, and here's Ferguson to hit. First pitch to her upstairs. If you haven't noticed by now, the return rule is not followed very strictly in fall ball, and by not followed very strictly, I mean really not followed at all. Both teams just want to get as many players reps as they can. Well, Bowling Green, for the most part, is really stuck with their initial 9. The 1-0, just a low and away. Delayed steal, Lankford to third, and she dove in safely, then spun off the bag and was tagged out by Addie Martin. So Lankford is out over there. Delamonica stuck at first. 2 away now, bottom of the 7th, 7-1 Michigan. 2-0 for Haley Ferguson. Here's the delivery. Upstairs, 3-0. Ball briefly popped away from the catcher Rivas, but no movement from Delamonica. 3-0 on Ferguson. She went 1 for 4 in the chances she got last season at the dish. 3 balls, no strikes on her. 2 away. Here's the pitch. She swings, drives it deep out to right center field. It's gone. Haley Ferguson sends one out of here. A 2-run home run by Ferg. It's 9-1 Michigan in the 7th. Ferguson into a party. Every Wolverine waiting for her at the plate. Number of pats on the helmet, pats on the back. Big time swing from Haley Ferguson. How about that? Had been in the circle for a couple innings. Must have warmed her swing up a little bit. Drills one to right center. Rachel Del Busto now will bat, the freshman. Fouls it off toward her feet. 0-1 on the Eastlake, California native, wearing the 4. Previously worn by Riley Carcaburo. Del Busto, the number 32 prospect in the country by extra innings. Good defender behind the dish. Waves the bat up and down behind the helmet. Stands pretty tall in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 0-1 from Sandifer. Hit on a line and backhanded by Addie Martin at her feet. Well struck, but a line out for Del Busto. Michigan adds on 2 more on the home run by Haley Ferguson. 9-1 Michigan. After 7, we head to the 8th. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Top of the 8th inning here in Ann Arbor, Michigan leading 9-1 over Bowling Green. The Wolverines' final fall ball action. New pitcher in the circle for the Wolverines. It's the freshman from Escanaba, Michigan, Grayson LaMarche. LaMarche saw her pitch against Saginaw Valley State a few days ago. Looks pretty good. Wearing the number 5, last worn by Kaylee America Rodriguez. LaMarche is a senior at a 0.36 ERA, struck out 351 in 158 innings of work. Not too bad. Ready, third base side of the rubber, she stands. Her first pitch of the inning is a ball, close pitch to Hannah Massaro, who's in to hit. Massaro, a right-handed hitter. LaMarche checks the wristband and deals the 0-1. Misses down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Escanaba in the southern tip of the Upper Peninsula. One ball and 1 strike. The pitch fouled off by Massaro behind home plate, 1-2. My only real experience with Escanaba is I was playing pickup basketball at the Intramural Sports Building down the road, and a guy I had played with a number of times wearing an Escanaba, seemed like high school practice jersey, and I asked him, I was like, "Are you from Escanaba?" And he's like, "Yeah." 1 ball, 2 strikes with Massaro. Here's the pitch. Just below the knees for a ball, 2-2. And I asked him, I was like, "Well, you like Escanaba?" And he was like, "No. But I've heard from other sources that have been there that it's a very lovely place." 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. LaMarche strikes her out. Massaro down swinging. That'll bring up Jillian Gardner, who appeared earlier in this ball game as a pinch runner, but now she'll swing it. Daughter of Bowling Green head coach Michelle Gardner. First pitch to her, well up from LaMarche. One and 0. 9-1 Michigan. The 1-0 pitch is slapped foul toward the Bowling Green dugout and toward the third base coaching box where her mother Michelle stands. Gardner redshirted, did not see game action last year. Again, spent the fall semester at Coastal Carolina. Then when her mother Michelle got the head coaching job at Bowling Green, transferred to the Falcons. The 1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Jillian Gardner cited her reason as wanting to transfer to Bowling Green to stay close with her mother. 1-2. LaMarche set on her right hip, deals the pitch. Rise ball up, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Slapped up the first base line. It will bounce foul about halfway up the line. Still 2-2 on Jillian Gardner. 9-1 Michigan. Top of the 8th inning. We're playing 10 this evening between Michigan and Bowling Green. 2-2 to the slap hitting Jillian Gardner. Grayson LaMarche rocks and fires and issues a called strike 3. She paints the outside edge. A pair of strikeouts to begin the evening for Grayson LaMarche. Now to be Taylor Barrett. Strikeout, RBI, single, ground out for Barrett so far. She's deep in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to her, half swing and taps it foul, first base side. Really tried to check that swing, just got a piece of the softball. 0-1 on Barrett, Walled Lake, Michigan native. Was born in Pontiac, high school at Walled Lake Northern. Fellow Metro Detroiter, the 0-1. Pulled foul on the ground. Nice backhand in foul territory by Michigan's current third baseman, Kylie Carr. No balls, 2 strikes on Barrett. Lamar's called strike 3. Grayson Lamar strikes out the side in the 8th. 1 swinging, 2 of them looking. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Michigan will bat once more, up 9-1. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Thank you once again to all of you sticking with me on this one. Alex Miller, recent graduate of this university and the student radio. Happy to be back here one final time calling fall ball. It's a pleasure to be here. Really excited to watch this team from afar, like all of you, in this upcoming 2026 season. I think there's a lot of reason to be optimistic about this group. Hopefully, too, I'll have a job by then. That'd be cool. And no one will have to worry about if I could show up here and call some fall ball. Bottom of the 8th inning in Ann Arbor. Wolverines back to the dish. It'll begin with Megan Beamer. The freshman Avery Sandifer back to work in the circle. Beamer flew out to left against Beckham. Morgan Beckham, her first time up in this game. First pitch to Beamer. Close miss for a ball. Didn't see a whole lot of time as a freshman. Could potentially be in the mix this year for a little bit more playing time. There's an outfield spot vacated by Ellie Sieler. Maybe Lauren Putz will see a little time defensively in the outfield. Maybe not. 1-0. Taken for a strike, outer third. 1-1 on Beamer. But room for the Hudsonville, Michigan native's role to grow in her sophomore campaign. Ball and a strike on her. 9-1 Michigan, bottom of the 8th. Nobody aboard, nobody gone. The 1-1 pitch. Up and away, 2-1. Infield, outfield, largely straight up. The center fielder, Simcoe, shifted a little bit toward left center. 2-1 on Beamer. Here's the pitch. Up and in. She ducks out of the way like she's doing a limbo, really. 3-1. Sandifer set. She rocks. 3-1 pitch. Up and away, ball 4. Leadoff walk in the 8th for Megan Beamer. That'll bring up Regan Bennett. She lined out to shortstop her first time up. This is another player that's role could increase in her junior campaign. First pitch to her, up, 1-0. Played this summer in Northwoods League Softball League for the Madison Nightmares, was tremendous at the dish. A lot of pop in this bat. The 1-0. She hits a hard shot to left field. It's down, lands in front of Matthews. It one hops to her. She'll fire it in. Up to third. Gets Beamer. Runners on the corners for Michigan. Hard hit, line drive.
Now back to Michigan. Number 12, Sienna Snyder.
Runners on the corners for Sienna Snyder. Bottom of the 8th inning. Janella Lacqua into run at first base. First pitch to Snyder, bounces in front of the plate. Beamer heads there and will get home standing up. Alakwa moves up to second. A run scores on the wild pitch. It's 10-1 Michigan. One 1-0 to Snyder. Alakwa at second. Here's the pitch. And that hit the elbow of Snyder. She'll head to first on the hit by pitch. And Michelle Gardner will trot out of her dugout, and she will make a change in the circle. Evening over for Avery Sandifer. The new arm is Sydney Marshall, righty from Zanesville, Ohio. Had a 7.57 ERA last year and 40 2/3 of work. 20 strikeouts to 18 walks in that span. Marshall will get loose. Michigan with a pair of runners aboard. Snyder at first. Alakwa with a pinch runner ahead of her at second. Lily Palco will be the first hitter to see Sydney Marshall. Palco had a walk in the 6th inning. 10-1 Michigan, bottom of the 8th inning. Should be playing 10 here in Ann Arbor. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Everyone back to their respective spots. Lily Palco will dig in. Marshall getting set to go in the circle. Alakwa at second, Snyder at first, nobody gone. 10-1 Michigan. Palco twirls the bat in a little circle behind her helmet. First pitch to her, she swings. Knocked down in fair territory by a diving Martin, who throws across the diamond. But it is first called a foul ball. Boy, I thought that ball was headed foul off the bat and that the third baseman Martin dove to her right and knocked that down in fair territory. But it's called foul. Meanwhile, it was a tremendous play by Martin. I think she would have had Palco at first. The 0-1 on the ground, left side of the infield. Kaufman, the shortstop, on the charge. Her throw is to first, but she bounced it. Barrett couldn't pick it. It gets away. Everybody heads up a base. Alakwa slides in safely at home. Snyder up to third. Palco held safely at first. Another run across. It's 11-1 Michigan in the 8th. Runners on the corners and still nobody out. Michelle Gardner to the circle to talk things over. Second throwing error on Cameron Kaufman at shortstop. So still nobody out as the lineup turns over to Kylie Carr. She'll have runners on the corners. Wolverines in front, 11-1. Kylie Carr 0 for 4, 3 ground outs to second base and a fly out to left. Perhaps she's due here in the 8th inning. Runners on the corners, nobody gone. First pitch to her is a ball just away. Sydney Marshall got a ground ball that should have been an out a moment ago. Runners on the corner, she deals 1-0. Called strike, outer third, upper part of the zone. 1-1 on Kylie Carr. Marshall rocks and deals. There's a called strike, outer third once again. Good spot at the knees. 1-2 to Kylie Carr. Sydney Marshall, right foot, third base side of the rubber, checks the wristband, comes set on her belt buckle, leans in, rocks and deals 1-2, called strike 3, paints the outside low corner. Carr down looking. That'll bring up Andy Dirks. Her first time up in the 7th, hit a line drive that just unfortunately happened to be right at Addie Martin, the third baseman. Very well struck by Dirks. Runners on the corners, one away, 11-1 Michigan. First pitch to Andy Dirks is a called strike, outside edge. No balls and a strike. Marshall leans and deals 0-1, bounces it in. Palco takes off. No throw comes from Rivas. It's a good pitch to run on, softly and low in the dirt. So Palco moves up. She's at second. Snyder in front of her at third. Infield in, 1-1 to Dirks. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Dirks takes a deep breath, lets it out with a relaxing of her shoulders. Here's the 2-1 pitch to her, bounces in. Blocked cleanly that time by Rivas. It's 3-1 on Andy Dirks. Indiana Langford awaits on deck. There's an open base for Dirks with 1 out, runners at second and third. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Dirks hits a ground ball. It's knocked down by the pitcher Marshall. She'll toss it to first in time. Dirks retired. Marshall able to help herself out. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th, and it's Indiana Langford. 11-1 Michigan in front. Second and third the runners for Langford. Infield in against her. First pitch to her, she slaps that and fouls back. Oh, 1 on Langford. She had an infield single in the 7th. Wide stance. The 0-1. Called a strike, 0-2. Langford struck out 22 times last year, but generally this is a pretty good 2-strike hitter in her ability to foul off a great number of pitches. 0-2, and she's rung up looking. Langford down on strikes. We'll head to the 9th inning. 11-1, Michigan in front. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Top of the 9th inning in Ann Arbor, Michigan 11, Bowling Green State 1. Grayson LaMarche, the freshman from Escanaba, Michigan, back out to work in the circle in the 9th. She struck out the side in the 8th. Minor defensive change behind her as Lexi Delamonica takes over at 3rd. Kylie Carr exits, at least for now. Otherwise, the defense the same. Snyder at 1st, Alakwa at 2nd, Palco at short. Del Busto the catcher. In the outfield, it's Beamer in left, Langford in center, and Putz in right. Izzy Ray will bat in the place of Hannah Hunt for Bowling Green. First pitch to her is a called strike at the belt. 0-1. Ray, a freshman from Surprise, was a 3-sport varsity athlete and captain. Softball, golf, flag football. The 0-1 to her. Below the knees for a ball, 1-1. 11-1 Michigan, top of the 9th inning. Nobody on, nobody out. LaMarche looks in at Jen Brundage. Long time assistant for the 1-1. Just away. 2-1. Brundage entering year 28. 2-1. Pulled foul on the ground toward the Michigan dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Izzy Ray. Infield, outfield, straight up, standard depth against the left-handed hitting Ray. LaMarche back on the rubber. Comes set on the right side of her hip. The 2-2 on the ground and in fair territory off the base. Alakwa picks it up behind first, but safe over there is Ray. Boy, that would have been a tremendous play by Janelle Alakwa. Ground ball flat down the first base line. It hit the first base back, jumped up in the air. Alakwa caught it right behind that line and threw it back to Snyder at first, but Ray hustled it out for an infield single. I believe the pinch hitter is the 22 of Kyra Haney. First pitch to her, wave and a miss, and it gets through the catcher Del Busto. Up to second moves Ray. Oh, 0-1, runner at second and Ray. Nobody out here in the 9th. Here's the pitch from LaMarche. Called a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Here's LaMarche. That's well upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes, 11-1 Michigan, top of the 9th inning. LaMarche deals, and that is swung out and missed. A pitch in the dirt, picked up by Del Busto to throw to first. Batter retired. So I believe that was Haney that was announced. That's a player wearing 28 who just ran down. There is no 28 listed on the Bowling Green roster. One away for Addie Martin. She swings, hits a high fly ball to left center field. Beamer is underneath it. She'll pick it up, fire it in, but it'll be well deep enough for Ray to tag and score. It's a sacrifice fly to left for Addie Martin. 11-2 in the 9th. That'll bring up another new hitter. Katie Hutter will bat. with 2 out, bases empty. Top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch from LaMarche, up and in. Hutter leans out of the way. Senior from Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. Regular contributor last year for Bowling Green. Hit .260, on base percentage up at .377. .1-0 to her. Called a strike. Bottom inside corner. Hutter started to swing, then held back. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. On the ground, up the middle. Alakwa snares it, fires to first in time. For out number 3, Hutter grounds out to the second baseman, Alakwa. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning in Ann Arbor. 11-2, Wolverines on top. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. Once again, thank you to all of you still sticking with me. Pleasure to be out here for some fall ball. This Wolverine squad has looked pretty good. As expected, really. A new pitcher, I believe, in the circle, wearing what I believe is a 21, and that is another number not listed on the Bowling Green roster. That's what happens in the fall. See if the PA system figures it out. For now, I've heard no announcement. There's a new pitcher. Unclear who it will be. Aaron Hain will bat here for Michigan. Bottom of the 9th inning, 11-2 Wolverines. He had a single last time up. First pitch to Aaron Hain. She went around or to pitch low. 0-1. No balls and a strike on Hain. Here's the pitch. Bounces in. 1 ball, 1 strike. That bounces into Hain again, 2-1. Meanwhile, among other mysterious numbers, our mystery number 28 is playing shortstop. So again, no 28 listed on the Bowling Green roster, nor is there a 21, and that's shortstop and pitcher right now. Pretty important positions, one would say. 2-1 to Aaron Hain. Chopper to third, snared by Addie Martin on 1 hop, throw to first well in time. Hard hit chopper for an easy ground out. And that'll bring up Haley Ferguson. Had a 2-run home run to right center field in her first plate appearance.
Haley Ferguson.
See what she can do here. Michigan up 11-2, bottom of the 9th inning. We're playing 10 as scheduled. First pitch swung on and fouled back. Early on, I was told it'd be 9 or 10. Jumbotron a little while ago flashed 10 innings. We'll see what it is to be, but for now, got to assume it'll be 10. 0-1 on Ferguson. Everyone wants to get reps here in the fall. Ferguson swings 0-1 and hits a foul ball on a line. First base side. Not too far away from Michigan's first base coach, Carmen Greenwood, in her first year as an assistant. Faith Canfield, who formerly stood in that coaching box, now an assistant coach at Belmont. 0-2 on Ferguson. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Close pitch on the outside edge. Ferguson called out looking. 2 gone now. Rachel Del Busto will bat. She lined out to Addie Martin at third base her first time up. First pitch to her. Outside for ball 1. Sun has totally set here in Ann Arbor. There's a nearly full moon over the third base side. 1-0. Ground ball left side, cut off by the third baseman Martin in front of the shortstop. She'll fire to first in time. Nicely done by Addie Martin. 1-2-3 inning in the 9th. And we will indeed head to the top of the 10th inning. You're listening to WCBN Sports, the official student radio of the University of Michigan. And I'm going to have to resize this 10 on this scoreboard. Watch this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That'll have to do. Oh, well, that's a sight for sore eyes. Not that my eyes are particularly sore, but a new pitcher in the circle for the Wolverines, and it's Aaron Hain. So one last inning of fall ball work for Aaron Hain, the junior from Poseyville, Indiana, positioned to take over, more likely than not, as Michigan's Friday starter and number 1 option in the circle. It's been pretty excellent this fall. All signs positive that she can continue growing her game. Her freshman campaign 2024, it was a 3.30 ERA. In 99 2/3, and she wasn't trusted a whole lot to come in for Lauren Derkowski or start on spots where Derkowski might have been available in the postseason. 2 years ago, Big Ten tournament was all Derkowski. This past year, Hain was a huge part of that tournament run, huge part of this team's late season success. She threw 130 2/3 of work and a 2.89 ERA, and she can keep dropping that ERA. This could be a really good arm. It already is a really good arm. Her first pitch of the evening is crushed. Out to left field and center. It's deep. It's gone. Solo shot for our mythical number 21 who was in the circle a half inning ago. One pitch and Aaron Hain gives up a homer. Left center field, just a no-doubter shot off the bat. Wow. Eleven to 3 here in the top of the 10th inning now. That'll bring up Delaney Davis, who's pinch hitting. She slaps the first pitch foul, 0-1. Davis last year as a part-time player was very good for this Bowling Green team. Made 20 starts, hit .317. Aaron Hain goes to her trademark massive rosin bag, now drops it. Infield in and the outfield way in. The 0-1 to Davis. Slapped back off the net, 0-2. If it wasn't already clear, that home run says little about who Aaron Hain is as a pitcher. This is still an arm that will be positioned to be an ace in the Big Ten for Michigan and who they will count on. The 0-2, wave and a miss. She struck out Davis with a rise ball up. Hannah Massaro now. First pitch off speed is outside to Massaro. Grayson Lamar struck her out in her first at bat in the 8th. One away and a 1-0 count 11-3 Michigan, top of the 10th, our final inning of play this fall. Hayne, the 1-0. Back to that changeup, dropped it in nicely for a strike outside edge. It's 1-1. Hayne checks the wristband. Now set, third base side of the rubber, set on her right thigh, rocks and deals. 1-1, beat her with a heater. It's 1-2. Hayne back to that rosin bag. Now drops it after a look into the dugout at Jen Brundage. Here's her 1-2 pitch, struck her out swinging. Strong answer back after allowing the home run, a pair of swinging strikeouts for Erin Hayne. 2 away here in the top of the 10th inning. That'll bring up Jillian Gardner. She struck out looking at the hand of Grayson LaMarche in the 8th. First pitch to her is a called strike in her 3rd. And this is the Erin Hayne we are accustomed to seeing. No balls and a strike on Gardner. 2 gone here in the 10th. Hayne delivers, wave and a miss. She was way behind a rise ball. It's 0-2. Infield deep, outfield shallow, 0-2. Tapped back to the circle, Hayne picks it up, tossed to first to Snyder. And after the solo home run, 3 straight retired by Erin Hayne. And that will do it for this one. High fives will occur. Wasn't sure, sometimes they'll play the bottom of the 10th, but not this time. Michigan takes this fall ball game 11-3, same score as they beat Western Michigan by yesterday. And another convincing fall ball performance by a Michigan Wolverines squad that should be and will be toward the top of the Big Ten this upcoming year. You can tell me all you want about UCLA, about Oregon, about Nebraska, about Northwestern. I tell you, Michigan is going to be in the mix. And somehow, even if they're not totally in the mix, they find their best softball toward the end of the season in that Big Ten tournament. But I think this is going to be a very good regular season team, and as I've hinted at and said, really, the bats are going to be there. And if this pitching staff is strong, and Hayne and transfer Gabby Ellis and some of these younger arms, this is a contender for Bonnie Thole. Well, that'll about do it for this one. Once again, really appreciate you all sticking with me on WCBN. Maybe I'll be back sometime. I'll probably be out to a game, I hope, but this will be it, I think, for my time on WCBN. I thought that was going to be the case last year, but happy to be back at Carol Hutchins one last time. Michigan takes it over Bowling Green. Thank you all again for joining me on this wonderful evening of softball. Alex Miller leaving you as we always do with a good night and a go blue. So long, folks. WCBN and this softball squad. We'll see you in the spring. Take care now.